In this video, we are going to learn how to do a except operation between two collections by using two properties. By default, except only allows us to do the except operation using one property. Let's see an example of this. Here we have two lists of people, list 1 and list 2. So I want to do an except operation between them so that I want to know which people of the first list is not on the second list. For example, we can see that Smerling is in the first list, but it is not in the second list. So how can we do that? Well, something that we can do new in C#10 is to use ExceptBy. Let's say var people that are in A are not in B equal to, and we can say people A dot except by, and then here I can say people B dot select, and here I have to say which property I want to use from the second list. In my case, let's say that I want to do the except operation based on the name. So let me say here xx name, and then in here which property of the first list I want to use for the except operation. Again, it's going to be name. So I can say here name, semicolon here, and I can press F5, and we're going to see that we indeed did the except operation. Here we have Smerling only, but that is not good because yes, indeed, we have Smerling here in the first list and we don't have it in the second list, and that is fine, but we have people like Eduardo, which is from security, and we also have Eduardo here from security, and that is fine, but we have another Eduardo, but that is a different one because this one works for a shop. So we would like to have Eduardo, this Eduardo here in this list. So essentially we want to do a except operation between two lists using two properties. How can we do that? Well, the trick is that we can't use except. What we're going to do is that we're going to do a where. Let's see that. Let me say people that are in A that are not in B. Let's say version 2 equal to, and what we're going to do is a where operation. We're going to say people A dot where, and I want to say A here because this A represents a person in the first list, and then I'm going to say not negation people B dot any, and then I will say I will put here whatever properties, and let me use a B here because this represents a person in the second list, in the list B. So let me say here B dot name equal A dot name and B dot company equal to A dot company. And that's actually it. With this, we're good to go. What did we do here? What I'm saying here is that I want to know which people in A does not have the same properties of name and company as any people, as any person in list B. And with this, I can do a except operation using different properties. And not only that, if I wanted to, I could add more properties. I could say here B dot prop 3 equal to A dot prop 3 and so on. But we don't need to do that, so I can delete this, but I wanted to show you that you can indeed use as many properties as you want. Now let's make a test. Let me press F5, and let's see that here we have Smerling from shop and Eduardo from shop, which means that indeed we were able to filter out the first Eduardo because that same person is in the second list, but this second Eduardo that works for a shop is not in the second list, and therefore it wasn't a repeated person, so we have it here in this result that we have here. Thank you.